Hi everybody, it's Christina from Pretty Distressed. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a furniture painter and into redoing things that I have around my house on the cheap versus buying new. Today I'm going to be reviewing a new paint to me. It is called Dixie Belle Paint. I'm going to be refinishing a dresser that's been in my family for a really long time. I'm going to give it a little update and make it a little bit more masculine for my son's room. I have tons of videos on my channel about furniture painting and tips and tricks, so make sure that you check that out. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit that little bell notification right next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can also check me out on Instagram. My handle is pretty_distressed, and I do a lot of stuff on stories on there with behind the scenes, and you'll get to see my projects before they go live here on YouTube. So we've got all that out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into the review. So this is the paint I'm going to be talking to you today about. This is from the Dixie Belle Paint Company. This is their chalk mineral paint. I'm actually going to be using this color right here, which is called Yankee Blue. I've actually already finished my piece, so this is the color that I used, and this is why this is a mess, so that's why I'm not showing you that. It is a furniture paint like I use on my other videos, so what that means, how it's different from latex, is it's going to have low VOCs and it's going to adhere really well to the piece without priming it or sanding it. We're really going to do very little prep, just clean it up a little bit, and the paint will stick. And actually Dixie Belle claims that you don't have to seal, but we will be sealing it. This is the wax I'm going to be reviewing today. It's the Easy Peasy spray wax. This was really intrigued me on the website because it's very different than anything I've worked with before. Most waxes, actually all waxes that I've worked with, are in a solid form and really, really smelly. And then I use, my top coats, my general finish top coats that are just liquid water-based. So this is water-based as well, low VOCs, odor-free, and you just spray it on like a little aerosol can. And I actually filmed my first impressions of this live on camera, which I'm excited for you guys to see, because I just knew I was either going to have a strong reaction to this product, whether it be good or bad. So I did film that live, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. This company, Dixie Belle, actually contacted me after seeing me on YouTube and asked if I would like to try their products. So they just gave me full range of what I wanted to try. So I gave them a few colors that I was interested in, and they sent all this product over to me for free. I'm not being paid for this review. This is not a sponsored review, but they did supply the product to me, so I wanted to let you guys know that. So their colors are very extensive. They have 64 colors total. As you can see, they got a lot of neutrals, some greens, blues. I mean, it scans the whole spectrum of the rainbow. So any type of project you're looking to do, any type of color you're looking to do, they're gonna have. This is the smallest size they sell. This is 8 ounces and it retails for $9.95. Their 16-ounce cans retail for $17.95. And their 32-ounce cans retail for $29.95. And they also have gallons, which is 128 ounces, and that's $140. For this project, because I was using such a dark color, I only used 1 coat. They do recommend that if you're doing a lighter color, you may need 2 coats, and depending on the coverage you're looking for. But I do have a decent amount left in here. Let me see. I'm gonna try not to get this on the floor or on me. I probably have like a quarter of this left, and so I did one full coat with about 3/4 of this. And I am filming this intro after I've already completed the project. So I'm just gonna go ahead, jump into the project, jump into the review, and then I will catch you guys at the end for my final thoughts. So this is the dresser I'm going to be working on today. This dresser has been in my family for a very long time. It was originally my grandmother's, and at some point it made its way to my mom, and then I inherited probably about 10 years ago. It has survived many, many moves, so it is in rough shape, very dinged up. So for today's finish, I am going for a really distressed look. I'm only going to do 1 coat of paint, and I'm going to distress it up and rough it up a lot. And right now I am removing my hardware because this happened with this dresser, which is my biggest pet peeve when you're working with something that's old. It had really random sizes for hardware, and I knew I wanted to replace the hardware because this is just too girly for a boy's room. So hardware can get crazy expensive and your options can be really limited when you're looking at a funky kind of size like that. I've found that my best option is to find spacers that are about 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my existing holes, and I'm just using this wood filler from Elmer's. This is my first time using it and I really like it because it's in a tube and I think it's going to dry out less than the little cans that you get, but you can really use any wood filler that you prefer. So I did have to do 2 coats of this because the holes are so deep. So you do 1 coat, let it dry, then I came back and did a second, and then once it was completely dry, I am just smoothing it down with a medium grit 150 sandpaper just to make it all smooth. I also made sure that I filled in the dents that the original hardware made. I know my hardware is going to be smaller, it's going to be a cup pull, so I wanted to make sure that those dents are no longer visible. Okay, so I'm continuing to prep my piece and I am sanding the whole top of this dresser because it had water stains and a lot of damage to the top. This is pretty typical with dressers. You don't have to do this, but I kind of prefer to do it just to give it a smoother application and a smoother finish on top. The next step I do is just clean the piece off just to get any dust and grime off before I start painting. Really simple, just warm water and some mild soap like Dawn. And then I always go back over it with a clean rag with no soap and then let it dry completely before I start painting. And Dixie Belle actually has their own cleaner, but I didn't get any of that. So maybe next time for my next video I can grab some of that and test it out. And then before I painted, I went ahead and removed all the drawers because I'm going to paint those separately from my frame. Okay, so now I am finally ready to paint. So I'm grabbing my Dixie Belle paint here. Again, this is the 8-ounce size that retails for $9.95. A twist off cap, and then it's sealed with one of these little stoppers, so you just peel that off. Here's the consistency. They do recommend that you pour it in a separate can to work with it so that you don't contaminate your paint. So I'm using my standard Purdy Natural bristle brush. It's the one that I use in basically all my videos, so I'll make sure to link it down below. And just sprayed my brush a little bit before I started painting so that it was damp. It just helps make the paint less streaky, I think. So here I am just painting on my first coat. I am super impressed with the coverage on this. This is one of their darker colors, and they do say you might need 2 coats if you're doing like a lighter color, like a white or a gray or a pink or something. But I was super happy with this coverage and knew shortly after I started painting that I was only going to need to do 1 coat, which makes me really happy. And I wanted to just zoom in and just show a close-up here of the paint in action and show you that coverage up close. And as you can see, the paint's going a long way. I'm not really having to dip my brush back in a lot. This paint dries really fast. I was actually able to distress the piece the same day that I painted. I just waited a couple hours and it was good to go. So I chose to use a 400 grit sandpaper, which is a really fine sandpaper, but I am going to distress this up a lot. My technique for distressing is I always hit up the edges and corners and leave the flat surfaces like the top and the sides alone. I have a video that goes into really deep detail on distressing, so I'll link that up above if you're interested in learning more about distressing. With a dark color paint like this, when you do start distressing, you'll see that it starts changing color. It makes those light streaks and it looks really, really crazy, but don't freak out about it because when you go to seal it, it's going to smooth that out and make it one seamless color. And here is just a tighter shot of more distressing so you can see it up close. Okay, so this is a true first impression today. I have never used this product. It's the Dixie Belle Easy Peasy Spray Wax. This is the one you guys wanted to see according to your Instagram votes. So I'm going to be using this today. This is literally the first time I've been using it, so we'll see how it goes. The directions on the back, well actually the description, it's specifically formulated to provide a durable finish which repels dust, grime, and water. It can be used on outdoor furnishings. Easy Peasy Wax will not melt or become tacky. So the instructions say shake well before using, spray a light mist on a 2 by 2 foot section and spread evenly with clean dry cloth. Let soak in, dries in 30 minutes, may reapply in an hour or as many coats as desired, cured in 6 hours. I just grabbed a old black t-shirt from my son's drawer. That's been washed a lot, so it should be really lint free. Spray the wax on. And just rub it in. Oh my goodness. I really love this. Wow, that is super easy. Oh my goodness. Very easy. It just rubs right in. Wow. I'm gonna do this section again. Over here. Wow. So easy. That's like the easiest top coat I've ever applied. Wow. I'm super impressed. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of this thing. Okay, I'm so glad I recorded my live reaction because those are my real thoughts, you guys. I'm just really impressed with this product. It is so easy to use. It really sticks by its name. I think it's a great product for, you know, first-time painters. And I think it's a great option for a dresser because dresser, you're just really looking for protection from, you know, dust and dirt and grime. This definitely doesn't seem like the most durable top coat that I've worked with, but especially for a dresser, the coverage that it gives you and the protection I think is perfect. Okay, so my last step is adding hardware. This thing is a must, this little template thing. If you're doing hardware, it will save you a lot of headaches. Can we all just pause for the awesomeness of my drilling face? My face is probably like this because I was using the wrong bit, so make sure you're using the right bit for wood. So here I'm just putting on the hardware and cleaning it up for the finishing touches. My final thoughts on Dixie Belle Paint, I was really impressed with this product. It's just encouraged me to kind of step out of my comfort zone and try some different paints that are out there. Everybody who has been around my channel, or if you're new to my channel, I am a really big fan of Annie Sloan paint, and I kind of just stick with what I know, and this has just opened my eyes up to that there's some really other great paints out there. So hopefully I can review some other stuff for you guys in the future. Let me know what you want to see. If you do try Dixie Belle Paint, let me know what you guys think of it. I had a really great experience. I hope yours is the same, and the spray wax, you guys, I think has changed my life. You will be seeing Dixie Belle Paint in a future post. I was really happy with the paint. I don't really have anything negative to say about the paint. It is just a little different from what I'm used to, like versus Annie Sloan. It's not apples to apples. I found it's like a little bit thicker and it goes on a little bit thicker, but I also found like you can work with it longer. You know, Annie Sloan dries like super fast, and if I try to go back and rework a section that I've already done, it gets kind of hairy. This felt like I could work with it a little bit longer before it dried down. I feel like I did have to use more paint than I normally use, and I don't know if that's because I'm using a dark color and I normally don't use dark colors, so I'll be interested to play around with the lighter colors like the whites and the grays and see how that goes. You can buy Dixie Belle Paint online at dixiebellepaint.com, and they also have vendors across the country. You can just go to their website again and just locate a store vendor if you prefer to buy it in person. I'm also going to put a link down below that you can purchase it on their website. That is an affiliate link, so I will get a commission if you purchase through there. If you feel uncomfortable using an affiliate link, you do not have to use it, but if you'd like to support me and Pretty Distressed and see more videos like this, I would appreciate it if you would purchase it through my link. I also have a blog that features a lot of my work if you want to check out some pictures and some things that I've done in the past. That is prettydistressed.com, so go check it out, and I will see you guys next time.